I'd like to bring what I think is a brilliant bit of analysis to your attention regarding the deaths associated with COVID-19. There is an economist, Genevieve Briand, from Johns Hopkins. I believe she's also a data scientist. I'm going to attach a link that you can download. If you're trying to get at the issue of validating the deaths that are being reported to us, and at this point, it's probably around 250,000 per our government. Um, Genevieve asks two very basic questions. Question number one, we're being told that the overwhelming number of deaths are coming from the elderly, which makes sense. So when we look at the proportionality, the percentage of deaths associated with the elderly, we should see a spike. That's question number one. So do we see that spike? Question number two is the notion of excess deaths. If there have been excess deaths, then we should see them in the deaths of the overall population. Now, what she did was she downloaded data sets from the CDC, so it's CDC data. And what she found was two things. Number one, there isn't a disproportionately large number of deaths coming from the elderly. It's just not there. And there's a graph that you'll find in the link showing that. And then when it comes to overall deaths, I think she concludes that basically there's probably 10 or 11,000 deaths that are unaccounted for. Other than that, she concludes that the deaths being associated with COVID must be misclassifications. Now, why might she say that? Because number one, the excess deaths are not present, except to the extent of maybe 10 or 11,000. And number two, she's seeing reductions in deaths from things like cardiovascular disease, respiratory disease. And that's quite anomalous. We don't normally see that. So I conclude that we've got tremendous misclassification of deaths. And so the actual death count is probably around 10,000. Now, included in the link, if you want to do a deeper dive, but only if you want to do a deeper dive, there is a YouTube video as part of the link I'm going to show you. It runs over an hour. But Genevieve goes through excruciating detail, demonstrating exactly where she got the data from and what she did with it, and invites other data scientists and other folks in general to download the data set to challenge the results that she's gotten. So I would only go to that video if you want to do a deep dive, or if you'd like to get a better sense for the integrity of this Genevieve Briand, who I've now exchanged a couple of emails with, and I would say she's the real deal. Bottom line, the deaths being reported to us, it's fiction. And I'm not sure exactly how we got here.